Good evening, Chandan. Hello. Am I audible?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Uh, we will let's wait for 2 more minutes and we'll begin then. Okay.
Okay.
So let's begin then. Good evening to everyone joining us today. Welcome to the webinar Glacier GPT, an innovation for glaciology and cryospheric science, organized by SAIARD RSIBST. We are delighted to have you all with us today, and we are truly appreciate your interest in this critical and timely topic. The session explores how the LLM models and the AI-driven tools, specifically Glacial GPT here in this case, can assist and possibly reshape how glaciology and cryosphere knowledge is generated, analyzed, and communicated. This is about whether we are using technology intelligently or letting complexity slow us down. We are pleased to have Mr. Chandan Malik as today's speaker. He is a PhD scholar at CSRD JNU, and his academic work mainly focuses on glacial change detection, geodetic mass balance from high resolution stems through Python-based photogrammetric and geospatial workflows, and also geomorphological mapping for glaciers and landform evolution, climate glacier interactions, and hydrological implications. So before we begin, just a few quick housekeeping notes. If you have any questions, you can write it down in the chat box. In the in the end, we will having a Q&A session in the end. Feel free to interact in the chat, and we will also post a feedback link. Kindly fill that link for certificate purposes. So without wasting too much time, uh, Chandan Malik sir, you can start your presentation. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Just give me a few seconds to present
Okay,
the
okay,
PPT.
no problem. Yeah.
Just give me a few seconds.
Okay, that's fine.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Screen is visible now?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay. PPT is visible, Onik?
Yes, yes, it's visible. Yes, it's
Oh,
visible.
okay. Thank you so much to inviting me in SAIARD platform to present the work Glacier GPT. So I am Chandan Malik, uh, presently doing PhD in CSRD JNU under Professor Milabchat Sarma sir. And basically, today I present the Glacier GPT. This is basically a LLM powered chatbot. Okay, so before begins this particular Glacier GPT introductions, I just tell you some few things. This Glacier GPT work is not my PhD work. Basically, it has been created to help the geospatial community. My PhD is basically on glacier geochronology and glacier dynamics using remote sensing and the dating work. So, so from my PhD, Glacier GPT is the separate thing, which is actually I created. So first, this Glacier GPT is a LLM powered chatbot. It is not the chat GPT first at all. It is the LLM powered chatbot, which is basically facilitate to analyze the geospatial data. For example, maybe normal GIS analysis, or maybe some advanced level analysis like a some deep learning or machine learning or some maybe Linux based photogrammetric tool which is actually used to generate digital elevation model from SAIARD level 1 data, and many more basically can be done this Glacier GPT. Now, this Glacier GPT tool particularly presently can be done like ice thickness estimations or digital elevation model generation or DEM generation basically. So this particular Glacier GPT now done two work. First at all, ice thickness estimations, and the second one is the digital elevation model or DEM generation from SAIARD level 1 data. Now, if I talking before, what is the need of the Glacier GPT to analyze this particular two analysis? Why it is needed actually? First, the needed actually why needed? So first at all, the ice thickness estimation is actually depends on maybe some GPR estimation in situ process, like go into the field and collect the data by GPR survey. One is the process, and the separate process like a model based or model derived result or estimation. So this particular Glacier GPT derived the ice thickness based on the model. Okay, so what model actually work here? The GLAPTOP2 model. Okay, so GLAPTOP2 is a well recognized, and from I think 2010 or 12, it is actually used, and multiple research paper published on this GLAPTOP2 model. So GLAPTOP2 model is a Python based advanced model. So basically to run this model, at first you need to install this GLAPTOP2, and after install, before run by by input data, you need to process multiple pre-processing steps. So it creates a haphazard for a researcher to done this particular job. So first this so what we actually overcome? We overcome two things. If you maybe weak, or maybe I can say some knowledge gap or something, you does not need to know in detail Python code. If you know the GLAPTOP2 concept, then you can run here. Okay, so that particular thing, and DEM generation is another very critical process and very tedious process actually. And digital elevation model generation basically done by two pipeline in or multiple software may be used, but in open source freely two pipeline is available. One is MU Studio pipeline, ASP by NASA, and another is the MICMAC, which is actually by a French two institute, National Institute on two French National Institute developed this photogrammetric tool, that is a MICMAC. Okay, so this MICMAC tool, what is the problem? This MICMAC tool need the Linux environment. That is the most important and critical problem for researcher. If you want to generate DEM from any particular mountainous region or in any date since 2000 to the 2025, you can generate the DEM. But the problem is you need to at first install the Linux environment. And if I ask everyone, how many of you use the Linux environment or the Linux operating system? Most of them, I think you may answer, we use the Windows environment. Most of the laptop or PC use the Windows environment. So that is the most important problem actually, I can say. The Linux, at first a researcher need to install in the Windows environment by Oracle or some tool to install at first Linux environment, and after install then install the Python, then Anaconda, and like this, and after that need to install the MICMAC, and after install MICMAC, the job yet not finished. Next, to install the MMaster worker. In particularly, it is a very difficult to install MICMAC and MMaster, and then this particular tool need to merge, and after this you can process your data. So that particular tedious job is a very difficult if anyone does not belong from the coding background and the computer science background. So but this analysis is important for our domain, particularly in Glacier. But the problem, this particular two problem I see many researcher face, and multiple my friend tell me to please analyze my study area data. So when I think this problem faced by multiple researcher, then came in my mind the idea, can I do something to everyone use this these tools from their laptop? If it's possible, then I search and this particular tool I developed. So that is the basic background why I developed and how I developed. Okay. Now, this Glacier GPT so facilitated. So at the first, it is the world's first cryospheric geospatial data analysis chatbot. As per my knowledge, if I wrong, then extremely sorry. And the Glacier GPT basically aims to democratize the advanced cryospheric geospatial data analysis for the entire world. Now, the Glacier GPT can analyze the data not for only the Himalayan terrain or not only in Asia or the India specific area. No, glacier where the mountainous area and the glacier present in the world, in the earth, any area, maybe Alps, maybe any area like America, Europe, whatever. If you know the study area lat long or study area SHP file, then you can analyze this data. So Glacier GPT open scope not only for the research or in a particular in Indian context, not it is for the entire world actually. So first, now that actually I have done actually. Now before I proceed to how it work here and how the process work in detail, but I actually want to share what is the scope of this Glacier GPT particularly, what is the scope in future and what is the roadmap. Okay, and what and where we reached if we start to focus on the Glacier GPT work. Now, Glacier GPT particularly, it is not the particularly what I say. Glacier GPT is not the particularly for glacier analysis actually. Glacier GPT, the name is the Glacier GPT, but the Glacier GPT is the architecture where anyone chat, okay, like a human. Can you see hi and explain relationship between? So whatever question you ask, you get the answer, you receive the answer. Okay. So now, so Glacier GPT is the architecture where anyone can chat like a human language and get the data. Okay. Now, what type of data or what type of analysis can be done in the Glacier GPT? So for the future roadmap and the future scope, any type of Python based work, particularly I can tell you, any type of Python based work. So that means it covers the entire geospatial domain. It may be the urban geospatial domain, it may be the any geomorphological analysis or whatever GIS work we have done in any software, in GIS software. It can be done through chat. That's the possibility and the future scope. So you can expect like anyone ask, please prepare the hinterland analysis map or whatever type. Like I have connect to analysis, right? Ice thickness and dam generation. In the same way, any type of geospatial model or any type of this type of model can be run through this particular Glacier GPT framework. So Glacier GPT is just a framework or the concept where in backend multiple type of geospatial model or analysis we can add in future. Okay, for any domain, human or urban context, rural context or landslide context, any type of research. If use this research GIS, then can it be integrated in this particular Glacier GPT chatbot? Okay. And the second, after Python based, we can also add some we can add a machine learning and deep learning tool also. Why? Because machine learning and deep learning, most of the analysis work on the Python library or the Python language or Python in based on the Python. So machine learning, deep learning can also be run. And is it actually run presently in the Glacier GPT? The answer is yes. How? The answer is yes, because whatever you see in the chat, hi, and the Glacier GPT, whatever you ask, Glacier GPT gives the answer. Now, one thing is very important. We here actually we does not use any type of API. API, that means Chat GPT API or Gemini API, Grok API, multiple LLM model are there. So there is an important thing. We does not use any that type of AI agent API or the AI API. So there is the most important another thing. We actually train our LLM model based on the transformer based deep learning model, based on our using our own data set, and build a Glacier GPT LLM model. You can tell, or you can I think it is a fine-tuned model actually. So that is the local LLM model that we used here. So during this development of this particular LLM model, okay, so we use the transformer based deep learning model. So here another thing, deep learning is used here. So in that same way, we can use multiple types of deep learning model, which is actually trained pre-trained model. We can at first we train any type of deep learning model, and this particular model we can integrate in Glacier GPT, so that any user can use that. So that is the scope in future, what we can be done in future in this particular Glacier GPT. Okay. So now in the what I have done the ice thickness estimations. So just I share some my work, what I have done. So that is the sorry, ice thickness estimation. So I tell before, ice thickness estimations here calculated based on the Claptop 2 model, and this Claptop 2 model is a shallow ice approximations, shallow ice approximations, and the plasticity of the glacier ice based basically this particular principle here actually used in the Claptop 2 model. Okay, so as an input here need only two things, that is the digital elevation model and the Glacier save file. So if we give the two particular input, then this model actually run. So now basically here in Glacier GPT, if you want to run the Claptop 2 model, you need only two things. First one, the save file or the glacier boundary. Okay, and if you does not have the glacier boundary, but you know the glacier's RGI ID or the glimpse ID. Now we what is the RGI ID and glimpse ID? Basically, for the human beings in India, we all have the voter ID, Aadhaar ID, PAN ID. So basically, that means I want to tell you, every humans also the different unique ID we have, like Aadhaar ID. Every human in between the every human beings, the unique ID is the Aadhaar ID. So in the same thing, there is a lots of the glacier, that is a 2 lakh or more than glacier is available in the world. Okay, so 2 lakh glacier data analysis is possible in the Glacier GPT now. If you know any in the world any glacier's RGI ID or the glimpse ID, you just put here in the Glacier GPT. Glacier GPT find out that this glacier is well located, and after find out the location, it behind download the data. Okay, after download the data, it asks you the what is the shift factor. Shift factor, another thing is a very important here. Shift factor basically controls the accuracy of the ice thickness. Okay, and these things actually reported by the multiple paper. Shift factor is a very important thing here, which is actually controls the ice thickness estimations accuracy or the ice thickness data or result. So based on the users idea or the users in hand, so user give the every glacier different shape factor can be here given, and based on this shape factor user can estimate the ice thickness. So worldwide all glacier more than 2 lakhs glacier data analysis is possible through RGID or glimpse ID and the shape file. Okay, so Himalaya to Antarctica any glaciers analysis now possible. Okay, and after you when you and I demo and I give also the demo of this particular tool, ice thickness estimations. Okay, so after all is done, the Glacier GPT give you the very beautiful analysis and graphs also give you. Okay, where you get the TIFF file, where the ice thickness TIFF file you get the, that is a particular demo or example. Here I take the Barasikri glaciers, where the Barasikri glaciers map is available here, and this all the graph is generated by the Glacier GPT itself. Okay, so this type of analysis ready product you get from the Glacier GPT. Okay, including this all graph. Okay, so now most important and the next is the DEM generation. It is a very important data for all who actually used the work on the glacier, because DEM generation is a very primary product or primary input data for geodetic mass balance analysis. If we want to do elevation change analysis or mass balance analysis, we need this two particular time period data. That means what is actually we know the SAIARD, SRT, SAIARD, next multiple DEM is available, LOS pulsar DEM. Okay, high mountain ACR DEM, or multiple DEM is available. So these these all DEMs are the time average DEM. That means 2005 to 2010, this particular time periods DEMs now collage. Okay, and the one DEM is give you or get you from the portal from like NASA USGS or some portal like. Okay, so but for the geodetic mass balance analysis you need any particular times DEM. Okay, for example 2000 DEM and 2025 DEM. That means this DEM data is surveyed by the satellite on this DEM. Okay, so this time series DEM is now produced from the Glacier GPT by providing the ASTER level 1A data. Okay, so after give you the data, Glacier GPT now feed this data to the ASTER pipeline, and in the ASTER pipeline the Micmac photogrammetric suite is used. Okay, and this particular tools and already very well known, and based on this particular tool multiple paper also published. Okay, so here 3N and 3B, this particular bands are used. And most important thing, now in beginnings or I tell you two particular two pipelines are available in the open source to generate ASTER DEM. One is the MES Trio pipeline, and the next here is use the MMaster pipeline. So in ASB, the major drawback is the high frequency jitter, that is the along track and cross track jitter, not possible to remove by the ASP. But in Micmac, this high frequency jitter, that means along track and cross track biased removal is possible, and bias free DEM can be possible to generate by the MMaster. And it is a very in present now 3 to 4 years, it is a very good technique to generate the DEM. So here also the multiple configuration supports also available. Now what is this? I just now this multiple DEM generation configuration parameters is available. Now what is this actually? Now if any users Now any user can control their data analysis by their own hand. That means user have the Aster level 1 data, and this data now in Glacier GPT, the interface, they upload the data. Okay, and after upload the data, this particular window will be the open, and in this window user can set their study area specific configuration parameter. For example, if in the DEM the brightness is too high, or maybe the contrast is too high, or maybe some darkness is available, or maybe some snowfall is happening, or snow is available. So based on this, they can reduce or increase, okay, the correlation window and the correlation threshold parameter. So it gives the user to more control. And this control parameter gives the opportunity to produce more and more accurate DEM. Okay, so this type of DEM generation configuration is available, so that user can decide their study area specific parameter by their own hand. Okay, so based on this, I tell you just before in beginning, and the roadmap, what is actually can be done in future. All type of Python model or GIS model can be integrated here, not only the Glacier specific, but also any type of geomorphological analysis. It may be the fluvial, it may be the aeolian, it may be any type of geomorphology, that is the urban geomorphology is the new context, and any type of urban analysis based on the GIS, that can also be add here. So any researcher from any background can be reach here to process their data. Okay, and based on their own knowledge and own parameter. Okay, but the major challenges, what is the major challenges? The major challenges is a RAM and the GPU support in the server. Now basically what problem we face now, you see there is the only 51 GB RAM is available. Now out of 51 GB RAM, just run the complete setup, just prepare this setup, you need to invest 36.9 GB RAM out of 51 GB RAM before process any data. So if the multiple users come here and process the data, system cannot handle it. And just here I add three model. One is a deep learning model, one is a Linux based model, and another is the advanced Python model. All is the GIS based. So these three model add here need 36.9 GB RAM. So if I add multiple deep learning model and multiple advanced GIS model, so it may require more RAM and the more storage. So to acquire this particular thing, need more financial support, and with the financial support need all technical support also. Okay, so that is the major challenges. Okay, so before we close this, just I tell you one thing. I am very open to for any type of suggestions and any type of collaborations from any individual, any institute, any NGO. All are the welcome to build together Glacier GPT from Indian soil, that is the made in India, and the build for the world. Okay, so you can reach here to contact to reach me. That is my Gmail ID, and that is the particular website address. We do not have any domain specific like glaciergpt.com types website. We does not have any financial support. We does not have it, and basically this all the Glacier GPT project I have developed. That is a zero investment. That I does not have any type of investment to build this. But yes, yet I have tried and built that yet. So before I go forward the interaction. So just I give you some demo. Okay, after demonstrations, if you have any questions, you can ask me. So just give me few more minutes to give the demonstrations of this Glacier GPT. So you see, that is the Glacier GPT, web page. Okay, so this particular Glacier GPT you can access from your PC, your laptop, your mobile, okay, your tab, any type of device that supports internet, and you can browse the web page. Then from any device you can reach here. Okay, in the Glacier GPT. So Glacier GPT website, that is the Glacier GPT. So it hosted on the Google side. Okay, so that is the link of this Glacier GPT. So in the Glacier GPT you can chat also here. I just show you. So I just not give you any type of chat here, just I proceed directly to data. Okay, so for example, now I have my study area, a Glacier SHP file, that means a Glacier boundary. So how can I process my data? So at first I have clicked on the button upload zip file, and I browse where the data is available. That is my data, Glacier zip file. Okay, so in the Glacier zip file I have data like 5 data need to process: SHP, SHX, DBF, CRP, and PRJ. So this particular 5 types of GIS format data is needed to merge in one single zip file. Okay, so in this now next upload the data, you need a password. Okay, so it is basically a password protected chat. So that why actually needed, because I tell you previously we have very limited resources, so we cannot handle multiple user at the same time. So that's why it needed here to one by one can user process their data. So to maintain this, we have need to require here password protection. So you need a password. Okay, so just I have the password, that is a 10-digit password. After give this, just tap on the verify button, and after the ask what is the shape factor value. Before I have tell this what is the shape factor and what is the so just I have any type of I have increase or decrease, or directly I have can from this also type after type I can change this value. So set the one value, for example 0.85, and now the tap OK button. Now here is the another interesting thing. You can see entire what the process is run behind. You can see this what is run here. Like now running the model after download. Now it run the model GLaptop 2. So process with the GLaptop 2 model. So after process, the download button will be visible here. That is so here the processing. You can see here the download button, and after clicking the download button, you get the zip file where the all result, all the processing product will be the available. For example, zip file and all the required data with the analysis ready, plot or the graph. Okay, so just need just give the few second or minute, because it run on the very low resources or limited resources, so need some time. See, after complete the process, here the so entire thing, the shape factor configured to what is actually given 0.85, so it takes 0.85, right? And after this you can see here till here the download the zip file. So after clicking the download zip file, just click the button here, download. Okay, so after click it download, right? Okay, automatically just here. So just if I click OK, then it downloaded. Okay, now next analysis I had demonstrated here, that is the dim generation. Okay, so for the dim generation, again the single button, no need to browse any page. Okay, just click here, download zip file, and we have the data. Okay, that is this data. So just click, that is a Aster level 1 data. Okay, so click on this after upload, just to upload, to click this, and it takes a few seconds or minute to verify. So whatever I provide here input, it first check everything, and after check it give you the window to proceed further. Okay, so just need to wait few seconds to minute. Okay, now again the same thing, password will be needed. So after give the password, click on the verify button. And now for dem generations, the required parameter, you need to set what is the EPSG code of this study area. So for example, now that's the 32643 by default. So if I change here, for example, 42, right? Now 42 UTM North Zone is automatically calculated. Okay. Now next, the advanced workflow parameter, that is the button. If you click on this button, now it need to scroll further below to set this. Now the correlation threshold, it is very important. Correlation threshold basically defines the noise when we use this MMaster workflow. Here 3N and 3B band actually had used, and in this process correlation actually used here. So when the correlation used, we need to remove noise from our data. So based on the correlation threshold, it will remove the noise. So that the based on your knowledge, what is your data quality? It is a very clear data, brightness and contrast, how it is, and how much snow is available. Okay, so based on this particular thing, you need to set. For example, I set is 0.90, so that most of the noise which is actually made during the correlation process, it should be the removed. Okay, and the correlation window, it also depends on the study area. That this study area is a very snowy, so you need to increase the window size so that it can correlate accurately. Or if everything is good, then we can reduce the window size so that it takes more in detail feature. Okay, and after set, based on, we know the Aster data primarily it is the 15-meter resolution data, but most of the time most of the paper actually told us 30-meter is a good resolutions when we generate them from the Aster level 1 data. So we can take 30-meter, or we can take 15-meter, or we can take also 10 meters. So during the resample it will be managed. Okay, so based on your needed, we can take 30-meter, and based on this actually. And another thing is that what is the study area size? If you have the large study area, so in that case you can increase the terrain resolutions also, if you can set, if you good with that, or otherwise 30-meter is the good. Okay, so just I take 30-meter here. Now after set, next is the compute track angle. What is it? Now before I told this, in this MMaster process, it actually remove the jitter. That is the most important, satellite induced jitter, or the along track and cross track bias. So that particular bias will be removed when you tick this button, compute track angle. So based on this algorithm, it will be calculated at along track and cross track, and based on this it will be removed. So after all of this, you click the start dem analysis, and it will start the process. But I cannot click here because it takes too much time, 30 minutes or more, 40 minutes also, or based on your data it can take also 2 or 3 hour time. So that's why I cannot just click here, otherwise it takes too much time. So just from here I just back it, just click here, I cancel. Okay, so in this way it can be, from here we can process our data directly from the Glacier GPT, and we can download also directly from here, and we can also see what is actually during the analysis, what is actually done at the real time. That particular real time status also we can follow from directly from this chat. So that's at all little work I have done. So if you have any question answer, so you can ask me.
Thank you, Chandan sir, for your informative and thought-provoking sessions. There are some questions in the chat box. One of them is
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
first Rahul, you can ask your question.
Sir, my question was that uh, when we proceed data in remote sensing based or GIS based, it is okay. But if we have applied to it in real time monitoring, then what are the key factors that we have to take care?
I cannot answer your question. I cannot understand your question. Real time, that means what?
Sir, it, it is okay to monitor in remote sensing based data, but if we have to apply in field based, then what are the key features responsible for that? Like when we perform glacier mass balancing on glaciers, then what are the key factors that we have to take care?
What at the first hour, how in which process or in which method or approach you want to calculate the mass balance, because in mass balance multiple type of process is actually here, like geodetic, like a glaciological process, hydrological, and some AR based model also, or or ELA based model or approach also. So which model or approach you talk about, you can share there, you can share it, so can I answer your question?
Okay, sir. Sir, if we can do hydrological based modeling, then what we can do there?
So at the first, in the hydrological based modeling, we need to we cannot, I think, process here, because Glacier GPT is particularly based on the Python based workflow, and in the hydrological based, most of the thing you have done from the other data set rather than the Python based workflow, right? So where the GIS or remote sensing image is available,
Hello.
at that time, I think Glacier GPT will be the more suitable to analysis, like a geodetic mass balance, where digital two different period digital elevation model is needed. So at that time, Glacier GPT is the more suitable for you. For hydrological approach, or simply in situ based glaciological approach, that is actually very that's needed actually other type of data, field based data. So in that case, Glacier GPT is not be more suitable, because most of the work you have done when you work on the field, right?
Thank you, Rahul. Vipul, now you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi Chandan.
Yes.
It's really very nice work you have done, and it's really appreciable. A few things I wanted to know, like actually, if we are suppose performing any kind of the analysis using your using this tool, so like if we are we have to present that, whether it in the form of research paper or anything, that time we need to have some kind of
Thank you so
documentation.
much, sir.
So uh,
Yes.
so can you kindly provide, because we can't claim not that this analysis is done. Means we can say that okay, this has been done with this, but we need to have some kind of like hopefully you get it what I'm asking. The first question
Okay,
is that,
I
and the second
understand.
one is one is that I am very much interested, and I have been working for the last 8 and 9 years in the Gulf. So basically, I am very much interested into do we have anything related to the volume estimation of the glacial lakes? So actually, I am
Can you
developing
tell
an
me
empirical.
once more what you tell about the word?
Like, do you have anything, or is there anything upcoming in terms of volume estimation of any lake, glacial lake? Because
It's a
this is the
volume
most important.
estimation.
Yeah,
Volume
because
estimation.
right now we are mainly dependent on bathymetric surveys, because
Yes.
those empirical based equations, they are giving discrepancy ranging from 35% to 1700%. those
Yes, sir.
empirical based relationships. So I actually am developing a relationship. So I'm very much interested if you have something like by doing dam generation or dam differencing kind of thing, and is there something related to the volume estimation of the globes?
Okay. So, okay. Now I answered both questions. So before I go ahead, I think first questions, your what? Just can you tell me once?
I like do have supportive documentation for whatever
Okay, right. Okay, okay. No, I get it. Now, for this purpose, the entire Glacier GPT work is submitted in journal. So after publish it, you can cite this particular work in easily to use this particular tool. Okay, so I know that is a complicated process. So to easy or to more academically, we actually submitted this work already in a journal. It is under review process. So after complete this, it will be published. So after published, you will not any type of hesitation to use this tool and also academically cite this tool. Okay.
Yeah.
First. And the second thing is this, you ask about the volume estimations, particularly for lake. So just I am telling a few things actually. That is, I have built a particular framework, that is the Glacier GPT. Glacier GPT is not a chat GPT. Like in chat GPT, whatever we ask, we get the answer most of the thing. Okay, that means our general purpose questions. Okay, but Glacier GPT, a GIS analysis tool, analysis LLM based chatbot. Okay, so for anything we need at first do first by our own, and this particular workflow in backend we add actually backend this particular tool. For example, laptop 2 model, I have added it in the backend in the Glacier GPT, so that's why it will actually work here, right? So in the same way, if we or if by you provide the analysis, the volume estimations analysis model or something, if you provide me or if I developed or I provide in the Glacier GPT, then it will be run. Okay, so that's why I actually appeal to everyone. So if you have your own idea, your own model, it actually not necessary to belongs from the Glacier. It maybe belongs from the other domain. For example, river domain, fluvial domain, or geomorphology other domain, or maybe the urban domain. That should be based on the GIS actually. So if it based on the GIS from any domain, you can collaborate with this Glacier GPT tool so that your tool can be used by the world or anyone can the world, it can be used easily. So if you provide the model to me, so this model I can add in the Glacier GPT backend and it can be used like ice thickness estimation on the or the dam generation. So for your questions, volume estimation, we at first need to build this particular any, or if it's actually available anywhere, so acquire this model, and after that it will be need to add backend. So I think I have actually answered these questions, volume estimations respectively.
Yeah, Chandan, thank you so much for this supportive answers that you have provided by taking the time. The first thing, document. So I will wait patiently for your research paper, and I hope it get published as soon as possible. The first thing, and the second thing, I will get you back to you, and maybe we can have a discussion over mail or whatever, and we can work on those things, whatever is there with me. Thank you so much.
Yes, please contact me by email if you have want to collaborate. I actually very much welcome to any individual, any institute, from any institute, college, university, or any research institute or any NGOs who can want to collaborate here to build it for the entire world for GIS or geoscience from any domain, not necessary to should be necessary to from the Glacier, from any domain, any domain.
Thank
Okay.
you. Ataullah has some questions too. Ataullah, you can ask, or if you have the same question which is in the chat box, I can recite it too.
Hello, Chandan. Thank you so much for presenting, and it's really nice for this to introduce us with this Glacier GPT. My curious question is about the result you showed about regarding to that graph and everything. How accurate is the result? Is my question is simply.
Okay,
Did you check any accuracy with some manual derived data sets or predefined data sets? So how accurate is the result Glacier GPT is giving us at present?
Okay. Or any question?
One question is like, how are you handling the financial right now by yourself?
Okay, so just I answer your second question at the first. It is very interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because running this type of model, I know about this GPT thing and AI model, LLM and everything. To running these, you need financially support, and I can clearly see it's using big data to run a single process. So I was curious how you are handling the financial right now.
Okay. Thank you so much for your interest. I want to answer this question at the first. Okay. So
Okay.
first at all, this particular all the workflow which is actually see here, I genuinely answer or genuinely say that is 0 rupees investment. Till now, I have not invested a single rupee on particular Glacier GPT. Frankly, I want to say.
Okay.
It is almost like a zero investment. That's why I tell you we have faced. I cannot add more model until any institute give me the funding or anyone give me the funding, because as a student I cannot, I does not have that much of money, because to maintain this website, see, this is not a website, this is only a Google site where I just create a web page, right? So
Yeah.
before create any website, just add more model and properly if you see like Glacier GPT, you see, okay, so but before process this data, at first need to manually initiate this server. That means manually switch on is most important, and it is run on the free time, and like 5 hour or 6 hour or 7 hour after this time, it automatically disconnect from the server. That is because it run on the free time. Okay, so it is not possibly in a day 2 time you switch on the server. That means it is like if I tell you the code, that is a more than 100-page code here. So that's initiate this,
I can imagine
this
that, yeah.
large code. It takes too much time. So, but if you run this particular tool properly, you need a proper server. We hosted it on the Google, okay, but it should be hosted on the Amazon cloud or Azure or like this type of AWS cloud, so that it should be run or initiated by me only the one time, or it will be hosted until which I do. That means जब तक मैं ना चाहूँ तो चलता ही रहेगा, बस एक बार रन कर दो. तो
that would be nice, and
okay.
Yeah.
So for this needs so much investment. I do not have so much money, so just for build this concept and उसको ground में ले आने के लिए बस जितना कर सकता था मेरे हाथ से मैं किया, and
I really
particularly
appreciate that. Yeah.
but it needs, इसमें बहुत सारा फंड चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी इसको अगर मुझे गूगल क्लाउड में भी चलाना है फिर भी अप्रोक्सीमेटली 5,000 per month is needed to run it accurately and add more model here. And
so right now you are spending 5,000 rupees per month.
Yeah, 5,000 rupees per month is needed.
Okay.
But I do not have that much of money to run this particularly on own. So that's why I have asked you. You all have the different institute. So if you're interested, all that need to build from India a particularly GIS analysis LLM model, okay, from Indian soil. So all of we can try, because this particular concept is proven that can be run. ना ये तो proven हो गया कि ये हो सकता है. राइट? जो
true.
कंसेप्ट था ये हो सकता है, दैट्स अ प्रूवन कंसेप्ट. सो इफ वी ऑल इंस्टीट्यूट in India can try, I openly share my knowledge, concept, and whatever code I can, whatever needed to share technologies I can do from myself, what we have actually,
Mhm.
so that सब मिलके इसको थोड़ा और बड़ा कर सकते हैं. Okay, right?
Yeah, it's true. We
Okay.
can
So
talk
need-
this individually later if you want.
Yes. So need here कि यहाँ पे इंस्टीट्यूट कनेक्ट हो जाए. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही इंस्टीट्यूट, जितना इंस्टीट्यूट चाहे कनेक्ट हो जाए एंड फिर सब मिलके इसमें थोड़ा इन्वेस्ट किए, थोड़ा टेक्नोलॉजी सबने शेयर किए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर तुमको लैंडस्लाइड का कोई मॉडल आता है, सो तुम लैंडस्लाइड का मॉडल शेयर किया, मैंने उस मॉडल को ऐड किया, सो दैट जो भी बैकग्राउंड है लैंडस्लाइड का वो भी इसको यूज कर सकता है. किसी को अर्बन हिटलैंड का एक अच्छा मॉडल आता है, वो उसको प्रोवाइड किया, मैं उसको ऐड किया, तो सब लोग अर्बन हिटलैंड का मॉडल भी यूज कर सकता है. So like we do not need more time, more investment to learn, just run on any type of software. Like सब लोग अगर ए से ही स्टार्ट करेंगे तो फिर सबको सेम ही टाइम लग जाएगा, बट एडवांस नहीं हो पाएगा उतना जितना मुझे लगता है. So that's why we need whatever we know. जैसे मुझे आता था आइस थिकनेस एस्टिमेशंस और डेम जनरेशन, मैंने उसको पूरा ओपन किया पूरा कम्युनिटी के सामने कि सब लोग यहाँ से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं उसका काम, सो दैट दे डज नॉट नीड बैक टू डेम जनरेशन. ओके, एंड द सेकंड क्वेश्चन, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या था?
First question is about the accuracy of the data.
Right. And the for accuracy, I want to tell you one thing. Glacier GPT is just a framework. Glacier GPT ये फ्रेमवर्क है ओनली, ठीक है? तुम उसको कोई भी डाटा दे रहे हो, वो उस डाटा को ले रहा है, बैकग्राउंड में जो भी मॉडल सेटअप है उस मॉडल को दे रहा है, उस मॉडल को रन कर रहा है, मॉडल उसको डाटा दे रहा है, वो तुमको दे रहा है. सो ग्लेशियर जीपीटी इज जस्ट अ फ्रेमवर्क. ओके, सो कुछ नहीं मैनिपुलेट कर रहा है. सो ग्लैपटॉप 2 जो ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश्ड टूल है, एस्टैब्लिश्ड है ना, राइट? सो उससे वो डाटा लेकर तुमको दे रहा है. सो ये तुम्हारे ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा कि तुम क्या सेट फैक्टर सेट कर रहे हो. ओके, सो द एक्यूरेसी डिपेंड्स ऑन द यूजर, कि उसको सही लगा कि ग्लैपटॉप 2 मेरे एरिया में सही है तो ग्लैपटॉप 2 रन कर रहा है इन दैट वे, राइट?
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever tried this new artificial intelligence for geospatial data pipeline?
और एक बार बताओ ना क्या क्वेश्चन है?
Geo AI. No. I just wanted to know, have you ever used this Geo AI from this NASA sponsored project?
पता नहीं उसके बारे में कुछ
It is a
find
kind
कर
of
रहा
like
है
a-
क्या? कुछ
No.
find कर रहा है?
Actually, it's a kind of like a free available Geo AI project sponsored by NASA, which is
Okay.
developed by a scientist, MIT, and he developed this, and he shared his GitHub online, freely available, and you can just install it like as you already install many things on this QGIS pipeline. So. It might be possible, is a question, like it might be possible that your Glacier GPT can install this geospatial AI into Glacier GPT model and then provide the things you are hoping.
Okay, just I tell you one thing. देखो यहाँ पे 2 मॉडल रन हो रहा है. ओके, सो यू अंडरस्टैंड जियो एआई हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता. फर्स्ट एट ऑल यहाँ पे 2 मॉडल रन हो रहा है, एक है ग्लैपटॉप 2 मॉडल, एक है मिकमैक. ओके, ग्लैपटॉप 2 मॉडल भी एक गिटहब का पेज है, वो पेज आप में भी ग्लैपटॉप 2 भी कुछ मॉडल है, राइट? वो भी पाइथन बेस्ड मॉडल है. उसको हम लोग गया, हम उसको ऐड किया हमारे ग्लेशियर जीपीटी के साथ. लाइक मिकमैक, ये तो उससे भी और ज्यादा एडवांस्ड है. ये लिनक्स एनवायरनमेंट में चलता है. पहले तुमको मिकमैक जैसे हम लोग एडोबी सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करते हैं, मिकमैक भी, राइट? दैट इन दैट वे पाइथन बेस्ड एक सॉफ्टवेयर है जो फोटोग्रामेट्रिक एनालिसिस करता है. वो नॉर्मल फोटोग्रामेट्रिक नहीं करता है, जो जीआईएस और दिस टाइप ऑफ एनालिसिस करता है एक्चुअली. वो 3D जनरेशन करने के लिए और सम अदर पर्पस के लिए यूज होता है. सो मिकमैक जो फोटोग्रामेट्रिक सॉफ्टवेयर है उसको हम लोग इंस्टॉल किया, उसके साथ उसको रन करने के लिए एक वर्ड पर इंस्टॉल किया, देन वो रन हो रहा है. सो जियो एआई अगर ऐसा कोई लाइब्रेरी हमको देता है जो ओपन सोर्स है, हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
Yes,
Python
yes,
based
it's
and
open.
everything.
It's open library. I think I'll share it with you over your email if you want.
Yes, if it is the open access, then it will be added here, because paid we cannot have the, like, you need to process documentation.
Yes, yeah. I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. There are some questions in the chat box, but some are similar type of. There is one question from Pritam Ghosh. He wanted to know about the concept of shape factor.
Shape factor, I think हमने discuss किया सर. Pritam, are you available there?
Yes, sir, I am available.
Okay. So shape factor क्या है ना, shape factor actually determine करता है कि जो प्रिंसिपल हम लोग दे रहे हैं इसको ऐसा है, ओके, जो सैलो आइस अप्रोक्सीमेशन है उसको कैसे वो डैम के साथ लेगा, राइट. तो शेप फैक्टर तुम अगर इंक्रीज करोगे डिक्रीज करोगे, वो सैलो आइस अप्रोक्सीमेशन के साथ उसको कैलकुलेट करेगा बिहाइंड, एंड उसके बाद तुमको रिजल्ट देगा. तो ये तुमको कंसेप्ट आना चाहिए, राइट. मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ शेप फैक्टर क्या होगा तुम्हारे स्टडी एरिया में, एंड वो एक्चुअली एप्लीकेबल है क्या लैपटॉप टू तुम्हारे एरिया में. ये सब कुछ इन बिहाइंड तुमको ध्यान में रखना है. आफ्टर दैट यू कैन प्रोसेस दिस, राइट.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Or
There are some questions, but those are similar, like accuracy of the chat of the Glacial GPT and the other things, whether it can be used in soil or water datasets. This kinds of. I think you have already answered those.
yes. So at the first, soil and जो other data set है उसको अभी तक till now we have not yet added in our Glacier GPT model. In the Glacier GPT, only two analysis now possible here: ice thickness and dim generation. In further, if we add any Python-based model, so it can be available to use for any user.
Dushyant is asking, sir, can we use this model in glacial U-shaped valleys?
अगर you can tell me by verbally, it will be best, because I cannot understand what context you ask this question.
Sir, basically my question is that this means this GPT could be used in glacial U-shaped valleys. Means there are some glacial U-shaped valleys that has ice extents over their areas. So could we use it over there?
देखो ग्लेशियर कौन सा एनालिसिस के लिए तुम यूज करना चाहते हो, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ एनालिसिस. Which
Sir,
analysis?
about the snow cover extent.
Still we not actually have it. Actually हम लोग अभी तक स्नो कवर के लिए इसको स्नो कवर एनालिसिस के लिए अभी तक कोई मॉडल ये हम लोग ऐड नहीं किया है. So just I ask you here, for snow cover, which type of analysis? Can you tell me here?
Sir, I meant that ice thickness ice thickness analysis.
Okay. Yes, for ice thickness you can analyze any type of valley. That's why shape factor is important. For U shape, the shape factor will be the different. But if the valley is steep and V shape, the shape factor will be the different. So that for that actually reason, users should know the shape factor importance and what shape factor will be the appropriate for their own study area. So this data will be available on the literature. So I request you to see the literature जो previously published paper है, उससे मिल जाएगा तुम्हारे एरिया के लिए कितना से फैक्टर सही हो सकता है. So you can try, and before, and you should have only at least in your study area one glacier GPR data should be available, or you have your study area GPR data. Any glacier, right? You have. Hello?
Dushyant, are you there?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I don't think there are more questions in the chat box. So please, all the participants, please fill up the feedback form in order to get the certificate. And thank you to you, Chandan sir, for giving you your precious time. And
Sorry to interrupt. I
and
think there's
for
one
the-
guy who wants to ask a question, Vipul Anand.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think it would be fair for all to ask a question. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Yes,
It's not a question, Chandan. I just wanted to suggest you that whether it will be possible to create any common platform where those who are interested into this can, participate and actively get notified about any new development, and if they are interested, they can contribute. So, is it possible? Then we can do that. That's basically a suggestion, and it basically depends upon how you wanted to take it from here.
I have very much suitable this. Your suggestion, can you tell me the entered your suggestion? Like you tell me the two thing. Your suggestions or whatever new development in coming future, I have whatever actually tool now in may available in the and now in future whatever tool will be the available or will be the added in Glacier GPT. So that tool notification you have to need, or you want to need, or you want to provide some your knowledge to Glacier GPT. What?
I'm like tool. I'm asking about, for communication only. Like suppose we are having a group on Gmail based group or WhatsApp based group or anything that works. So what will happen? Like suppose running any model or using this particular tool, if I am facing any difficulty, I can post it on that. The idea behind is that more of us will apply it, more of us will use it and use in our research work or whatever. It will get more highlighted, and substantially it will help to grow the platform. And on the same way, more people will get added on the same particular channel like Telegram or anything. So maybe some ideas will come and things will work on.
Okay, so at the first yet I have not created any particular platform like a Glacier, sorry, WhatsApp group or channel. But at the first, if you have the any suggestion, any questions, anything, any regarding Glacier or anything, so you can write an email to me. I provide my email ID. Okay, I provide my email ID in the chat box. So just you reach out and I possibly I will mail every one of you. So if you interested, you can join in any platform like maybe I have created a WhatsApp group for Glacier GPT. So where I have I will send an invitation to everyone so that you can join a group, right? Fine.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So I have shared my email ID primarily, so you can connect with me my email ID for any questions, any suggestions, or anything, or any collaboration. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking and the clear define of every question. On behalf of SAIARD RSI GST, I thank you for sharing your work and insight. I thank all the participants for their time and engagement this evening. We hope this session encourages you not just to adopt new tools, but to critically evaluate how emerging technologies can generally strengthen the cryospheric research or any field in decision making. So that's it for today. Thank you. Thank you to all again.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone,
sir.
and I am very much thankful to SAIARD. So give the opportunity to present or connect everyone in your platform to have a great discussion and build a community for geoscience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you I tell just one sentence, if anyone want to collaborate with Glacier GPT or me, just you can reach out by email ID for further discussions or communications. And again, I tell you one thing, it's just a concept and framework which I built, but it's not possible for me to maintain this tool Glacier GPT. So I invite everyone, every individual, every institute, every NGOs, so we can collaboratively build this Glacier GPT for the world for all domain like urban, geomorphology, from every domain. So just I request to everyone, all we belongs from different institutes, so if possible, so you can tell these tools about your teacher, professors, so that so that your institute can reach out me, or we can collaboratively do some more productive for the geoscience for the entire world from Indian soil. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I provide my email ID. If possible, you can collaborate for further development and communications. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Once again.
Thank you.
ইনফোটা কোথায়?